Welcome to our journey through time and wisdom, where ancient philosophy meets modern challenges. Today we're diving into the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor not just renowned for his rule but celebrated for his profound insights into Stoicism. Imagine a world where conflicts are resolved, not with fists or weapons, but with understanding, empathy, and wisdom. That's the world Marcus Aurelius envisioned through Stoicism, and today we bring his vision to life in our current reality. In this video, titled 4 Ways to Destroy Your Enemy Without Fighting, we explore not the art of war, but the art of peace and personal triumph. But don't be misled by the word destroy. Here, it's about disarming the conflicts and challenges that face us in a way that transforms both us and our so-called enemies. By adopting Marcus Aurelius' Stoic principles, we aim to guide you through resolving conflicts, achieving personal growth, and fostering peace, all without the need for a single battle. So, if you're ready to tackle life's challenges with the wisdom of a Stoic emperor and turn your adversaries into opportunities, stay with us as we uncover the timeless strategies that can make all the difference. Let's embark on this enlightening journey together, learning how to face our modern-day battles with the calm, composed mindset of a true Stoic philosopher. In life, just like in the ancient tales and histories, we often find ourselves facing enemies now. When we talk about enemies in our modern sense, we're not only speaking about warriors on a battlefield. An enemy can be anyone or anything that opposes us: a challenging coworker, a personal obstacle, or even a negative mindset within ourselves. Marcus Aurelius, a wise emperor from ancient Rome and a devoted follower of Stoicism, teaches us a lesson that might seem counterintuitive at first. To truly defeat our enemies, we must first strive to understand them. Understanding your enemy is not about plotting their downfall. Instead, it's about stepping into their shoes, seeing the world from their perspective. It's about asking, why do they act the way they do? This approach isn't about excusing their behavior, but about gaining insight into the reasons behind it. Marcus Aurelius believed that every human action is rooted in either knowledge or ignorance. So if someone is acting against you, it's likely because they see the world differently or they're grappling with their own challenges. But why should we bother understanding someone who opposes us? The answer lies in the power of empathy and wisdom. By understanding their motivations, fears, and beliefs, we can navigate conflicts more wisely and often find peaceful solutions. This doesn't mean we let others walk over us. Rather, we choose our battles wisely, and when we do engage, we do so with insight and strategy. So how can we apply this ancient wisdom today? Start small. Practice active listening in your daily interactions. Instead of immediately reacting to what someone says, try to see the underlying reasons. You might be surprised how often conflicts are based on misunderstandings or differing perspectives. By understanding the people around us, we disarm the very concept of an enemy, transforming conflict into an opportunity for growth and connection. This lesson from Marcus Aurelius isn't just about avoiding fights, it's about enriching our relationships and, ultimately, leading a more peaceful and understanding life. In understanding our enemies, we often find that the greatest battles we face are within ourselves, and conquering those is the first step to a life of fulfillment and peace. In this segment of our journey through the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism, we turn our focus to a powerful concept that can transform the way we view our challenges and, indeed, our entire lives. This idea is none other than mastering our perceptions. Imagine waking up one morning to find that what you thought was a huge problem isn't really a problem at all. How? It all boils down to perception. Marcus Aurelius taught us that it's not the events in our lives that disturb us, but rather our view of these events. In essence, our perception is the paintbrush that colors our world. So how can we apply this to our so-called enemies? Let's start by understanding that our enemy is not the person or the situation itself, but our negative perception of them. If we change our perception, we change our reaction. Instead of seeing an adversary as a threat, we can view them as a teacher, someone who inadvertently shows us where we need to grow, where our patience can be stretched, and where our understanding can deepen. Here's a simple, actionable way to begin mastering your perceptions today. Whenever you encounter a situation or a person that challenges you, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what else could this mean? Search for the hidden lesson or opportunity for growth. This shift in perception doesn't just change how you view your enemy, it changes how you engage with the world. Remember, the goal here isn't to diminish or ignore the reality of conflict or adversity, but to empower ourselves through a deeper understanding of our reactions. By mastering our perceptions, we not only disarm our enemies, but we also unlock a more peaceful, resilient, and enlightened way of living. This, according to Marcus Aurelius, is the true strength of Stoicism, and it's a strength that each of us can cultivate, starting right now. In our final exploration of Marcus Aurelius's Stoic wisdom, we focus on a principle that ties all others together, leading by example. This is where the personal becomes universal, where our journey influences the world around us. Leading by example is simple in concept but profound in impact. It's about embodying the virtues we wish to see in others, living out the wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control we've cultivated. When we lead by example, we don't have to preach or persuade with words, our actions speak for us. Consider this: every time you face a challenge with calmness and clarity, you're showing others a different way to respond to life's trials. When you act with integrity, even when it's hard or when no one's watching, you're laying down a path for others to follow. By choosing kindness over hostility, understanding over judgment, you diffuse potential conflicts and light a beacon of hope. But how can you start leading by example in your own life? It begins with the small choices you make every day. Choose to listen before speaking. Act with compassion, even towards those who oppose you. Stand firm in your values, especially when they're tested. These actions may seem minor, but collectively they have the power to transform. The beauty of leading by example is that it's infectious. Your courage inspires courage in others. Your calmness in adversity teaches others they can be calm, too. Your fairness and kindness challenge others to act in kind. This is how you destroy your enemies, not by defeating them, but by changing the game entirely. You turn adversaries into allies, conflict into collaboration. Marcus Aurelius knew that the most profound victories were those won without fighting. By leading with virtue, and by being an example, we not only overcome our enemies, but also elevate ourselves and those around us. This is the essence of Stoicism and the true mark of a life well lived. So let's take up this mantle of leadership, not by seeking power over others, but by empowering ourselves and those we touch. Let's lead by example, and in doing so, create a legacy of peace, virtue, and wisdom that endures. As we draw our exploration of Marcus Aurelius's Stoicism to a close, we find ourselves armed with 4 powerful strategies to navigate life's battles without engaging in conflict. By understanding our enemies, mastering our perceptions, cultivating inner virtue, and leading by example, we unlock the potential to not just face our challenges but transcend them. These principles from Stoicism are more than just strategies, they are a way of life. They teach us that true strength lies not in conquering others but in mastering ourselves. Our greatest enemies are often the fears, prejudices, and negative patterns within us. By overcoming these, we achieve a victory far greater than any external triumph. Now, it's your turn. We invite you to reflect on these ideas and see how they apply to your own life. Which of these strategies resonates with you the most? How can you begin to implement them today? Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Start small, but start now. And we'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, experiences, and insights in the comments below. Have you found other ways to apply Stoicism in your life? Are there challenges you're facing that these strategies could help with? Your story could be the inspiration that someone else needs. Finally, if you're intrigued by Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism, we encourage you to delve deeper. There's a wealth of knowledge waiting in the writings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, and more. Their timeless wisdom is not just historical, it's profoundly relevant to the challenges we face today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Stoicism. Remember, the path to peace and personal growth is not about avoiding conflict, but navigating it with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. Let's take these steps together, transforming not just our lives, but the world around us.